friends, I'm Colonel Failure and this is Train Fever. Now, for the last couple of episodes we have been engaged in a worthy experiment to try and turn this area of desolate land into a new town. It's not going to happen overnight. In fact, I've played forward 50 years and it doesn't happen after 50 years. But I'm convinced we can make it happen. Just a few things need to change in the meantime. Yes, in the 50-year playthrough that I've already done, and this is not spoilerific because I'm going to turn it around. Yeah, basically in that 50-year period, I just left it to run. And more significant than the fact that this white elephant didn't become a glowing metropolis was the fact that the game started running slower and slower. And the reason for this, I'm suspecting the reason for this is due to the amount of vehicles that I'm currently running. And I think you're starting to get an inkling of what the theme for the day might be. If I have a quick look at all our routes here. So this is everything. No, that's just road. This is everything. Now, you know, trains, yes, obviously, that's a thing we do. But more than that, look at the number of trucks, right? The number of trucks on the road is getting in the direction of extreme. We have a large number of trucks on the road, and it's doing us no favours. So I'm going to kill a few of these empty ones off. Because every month it calculates the amount to keep running your fleet of vehicles. Trains, trams, buses, the works. And the upshot is that the more things you've got on the road, the slower that's going to take, or the more things you've got in game, the slower that's going to take. So I've made one positive step in that direction already. Let's kill that one as well. And what I've done is this steel mill here, which is supplying the White Elephant and various surrounding towns. I have replaced its truck services, which was using 2 trucks, with trains. 2 trains. So instead of 6 trucks on 2 routes, we've got 2 trains on 2 routes. Now, I don't know if that's going to have a dramatic effect or not. I mean, firstly, I'd rather be using trains anyway, but secondly, do the individual wagons count towards the total? I suspect they probably do. Do they slow down that calculation? I've no idea. I mean, it's inevitable, really. I mean, this is a large map, and I'm doing my best to fill every square inch of it with some kind of infrastructure that I've put together. So I'm going to take a quick look today at maybe replacing another one. Equally, however, I do want to get Bexhill, Seaford, and what was the other one? Borehamwood. I want to get them growing as much as possible. Largely so that there's a greater likelihood that Twin Woods here, which admittedly is actually fairly close to Bexhill, so that it starts to grow. There you go, and that's the principle. That's what we're going to work on. I mean, you know, if I do a quick skirt around, there's plenty of towns that I've not yet touched in the slightest. And as such, you know, the opportunity is there for me to just plumb in a heck of a lot more in terms of in terms of trucks and roads and stations and everything else. So I think a little bit of a cleanup is probably worthwhile. Let's have a look. How are we doing here? 204. That's okay. Trying to ship more goods. Yeah, well, I can only ship as much as there is demand. So let's have a quick look. I know Harpenden, never touched by human hand. All right, well, okay, I've got a truck stop there. But yeah, equally, I've got a few places that are still that have got lines set up, but nothing running on them. So it would be beneficial to tidy that up, to get things rolling. What the heck is going on in Yarmouth? Now, I don't recall having built this. I think the AI is acting like some kind of mad wizard. Let's just help it along here for a moment. I'm already getting the impression that this particular installment could be many episodes of me getting somewhat distracted. Ho hum, it happens. So I'm very happy with the way that this playthrough is going, but if I can't resolve I mean, we were talking about a 10-second pause at the end of every month, and then a longer one at the end of the year, and frankly, that's going to make for some pretty dull watching. I then left the whole thing running overnight, and it crashed. So don't do that. It had reached 2160 something, which was, more interesting. Okay. Are there any... Look at the number of passengers waiting here. 140, 150. Fantastic. I don't think I'm going to get much out of this, I mean, let's go find a... Red Hill oil is being delivered by train. Goods. Steel is goods as well. More goods. More goods. Oh no! See, this is about to imply that it is goods that are doing the damage, and supplying goods by train is an inefficient way to do it, in my opinion. Purely because let's concentrate. I'm gonna set some of these up to auto replace just while I waffle on a little. Using trains to deliver goods is an inefficient method because, as ably demonstrated already, the majority of in fact, all of my goods creators are servicing multiple towns, and there is no instruction that says just drop off one wagon's worth here. We'll take the rest of it with us. And if the game starts to think, well, you're only servicing one town at this point, then the demand is going to drop accordingly. So that's not going to work. And frankly, running 3 trains instead of 6 trucks is no real saving at all. Not least of all on the financial side of things. That's just going to lead to a situation where you're spending everything in train maintenance, which is, let's face it, a heck of a lot more expensive than trucks. So there we go. Goods have to be delivered by truck, but if we can deliver raw materials by Twin Woods Goods, you're a goods wagon. See, so you're already seeing there the somewhat of a pause at the end of each month. Now, admittedly, I'm not going at the slowest rate, so the pause is going to be much more pronounced in this one. I'll stop doing this in a sec. I'll do something useful. I promise you. Hold on. What have we got here? All steel, all goods. And don't get me wrong, I have no issue with this on the, is it profitable side of things, because it really is. This is by far and away a strong method for generating a bit of cash. Red Hill, Ilford. Right, I'm not going to replace this train. I'm going to go see what it's doing. Red Hill to Ilford. Here we go. Alright, this is just doing a nice little shuttle service. But equally, we could go further. Red Hill, Ilford, Borehamwood. Oh, hold on. We're not there yet. Red Hill, Ilford, Borehamwood to Dronfield. And beyond. Letchworth. I'm feeling a new route coming on, friends. Maybe this will help. Well, maybe it will, maybe it won't, but right, let's get a new line up. Right, Letchworth. Up to Dronfield. But I've neglected Dronfield a little lately. It was the original site of... well, that's the first town that I endeavoured to turn into something dramatic. But I haven't really been back. Let's keep it on the right side of the track. I know, one-way signals would accomplish the same thing, but one-way signals are a little intractable. They're not for negotiating. What do we got over there? That's Red Hill. Really? Isn't that where I'm going? Well, yes, you're looking at Ilford, so then we'll hit Red Hill. And then, hold on, what have we got here? The drive. No, that looks like that's a bus stop. Borehamwood. Hey, hold on, and we're still not done. Oh, and that's Dronfield again. Oh, okay. Yeah. I am all this could work. It's taking a bit of a wacky route here. It's taking a very wacky route. Okay, so the goal will be, and you know, such is the plan I have just momentarily decided on. Okay, so we're coming out of. We're going to build this up, and like the 7-stopper that we had going elsewhere. Right, now, ideally, I want you on the other track, but I don't think. I know I haven't got that set up. Okay, well, you're going to want to... Oh, no, yeah, see, that's why it's on the wrong side of the track. We're going to want a bit of a redesign here, a bit of a rethink. Yeah, this is all over the place. All right, let's put a pin in that. And then let's pause the game. Right. So, as mentioned, I'd been neglecting Dronfield. Well, that stops right now, friends. We're going to snap it back into the 21st century. Whichever century I'm in. We need to get from... Apologies for the constant moving around. This is an area of the map I've not looked at in a while. Right, what's this section here? This is Dinnington to Dronfield. Okay, Dinnington to Dronfield. Now that's going to stick on that side of the tracks. Maybe I do it out and back, but it feels like I'm missing out on a potentially fun route. In fact, I'm definitely missing out on a potentially fun route. All right, well maybe the solution lies over here. Alright, well we're doing all kinds of wackiness in this section. I suspect that's the intention behind that is to keep speed up. But there's not a lot for it. I'm going to have to just start deleting. Buildings must be removed. I'm not trying to remove the tunnel. The tunnel is fine. Nothing more to make you feel alive like deleting something that was working. We've got a bridge there. I'm leaving the bridge intact because you never know if you're going to be able to get it back in again. Right, we'll go out as far as... Oh, no, we'll take it all the way up to here. I'll even get rid of this engine shed. I think we can... If we need one, I'll build a new one. It's not like I don't have the money. Alright, okay, so we've got our 4 tracks coming in, and it looks like switching over on the far side of the station is going to be the way to go. I got all kinds of madness going on with signals. I'm going to treat those as behaving themselves. Now, have I got room here to merge 4 into 1 before we hit the bridge? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say no chance. So, as much as I'm laying these in more or less as they were before, yeah, you see, you're going to lose too much speed in doing that. Now, I can hear you all suggesting, in my mind, you are suggesting that actually the smarter thing to do would just be to go the other way around, right? And you'd be right on that front. However, I want to do them going in both directions. So, you know, this is one of those times where you're just going to have to suck it up and watch me doing something irrational. Okay, well, you are just coming out of the station, so going slowly is not necessarily a terrible thing to do. Alright, that works. That does work. The only thing I need to be wary of there is well what the signalling ends up doing, because obviously I'm going to try shuffling things around left, right, centre, backwards, forwards, upside down, and if I get that wrong, then everybody's going to be unhappy with me, and we try and avoid that if at all possible. Right then, first things first. What are we going to do? We're going to split 2 tracks each way. Now, the upshot of this is we are going to be running in both directions on some of these sections of track, and the ideal is that I leave those as I minimise the amount of time that we do that. Let's snap in a bit here. $131 is less than ideal, but I don't have all the choice in the world. I'm going to want to get over there. Again, that's very slow. Any chance we can do it on the bridge? No chance you can do it on the bridge. Alright, I'm going to want to back that up a bit further then, I guess. Because we want to keep the pace up as much as possible, and if we're lucky, you know, not just lay a wrecking ball to the speed in the process, because keeping the speed up is, well, it's the way you make money. All right, where are we coming from here? See, that's taking a really nice approach angle. I'm going to have to bring it out over in this direction in order to bring it in much earlier. Okay, we can get as far as there, and then 1. I think we're going to have to just accept that 100 kilometers an hour is the best kind of speed we're going to get. Or maybe I'm doing this the wrong way. Nah, yeah, you see, you're doing this the wrong way. You want to go like that. No. Right, and then, is that good enough? And then we can replace this, and we can get it as close to there as possible in order to make both junctions. Hopefully this makes sense. Sorry, I'm not my usual chatty self because I'm concentrating. It's a kind of an echoey noise in my head that you don't hear very often. And yeah, so okay, so if I can keep this over 100-ish, that would be the kind of thing that would make people happy. 120 is pretty good. Right, and then I need to peel this round in such a way that it also stays over 100-ish. Give me a 100-kilometer-an-hour corner here. How much are we missing by? We're not missing by too much. And then have another 100 merger coming off there. Right, and that's our signal point right there. No, that's too much of a decrease. I'll delete further back in order to get the speed up. Really, we want to be accelerating at this point. Obviously, deceleration, you know, it's going to happen where it needs to happen. But if we can make sure that your build-up of speed is constant, then that's a good thing. Let's whack this over here. There we go. 300. Excellent. Yes. Where's the other bit of track? Where is the other bit of track? Have I just deleted epic levels of track there? I do appear to have done so. Sorry, I've been playing A Train again, and you know how that interferes with with my sense of control. Because in A Train, in order to move the map around, you hold down the left button. No, 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 no. There's something rotten in Denmark here. Yeah, that's not connected to anything. All right, this is a pain. Okay, right. So drag this one through, get in there, and then hopefully the other one will snap. There we are. Take that one through as well. Everybody's happy. Where's this along here? Right, this, I'm optimistic that this is going to pan out, but there's an awful lot of mucking around with routes and so forth to get on with. Right, I feel happier about this now. The train's on the wrong side of the track. We'll work on that. What do we think? What do we think? Right now, the only thing that I'm considering is, have I got this set up to work? Give me a better angle here. So we're going to run trains in both directions, and that means I need to seal this section of track here with signals. Everyone gets their natural inclination as far as the side of the track they would choose to ride on. Actually, we can put another one in here without interrupting anything. I have no problem with putting a lot of signals in. What do we think? No, you see, I can put one here. That's not a problem. Can't put one there, though. If I put one there, there's a chance that a train stops in this section here, creating a logjam. So we don't want to do that. Can put one there, because obviously the station itself is no problem. Now I do have both sides of the station to work on, which is also beneficial. And then on the run in, let's just get, we've already got signals there, that's good. And we'll put some more in here. Okay, I'm going to do some test running on this, or would you rather see it? I think you'd rather see it, because watching me cocking up how to lay trains out correctly is always good for a laugh. Okay, that's where we'll pick it up next time. Thanks very much for watching today. I've been Colonel Failure. In the next episode, fun with a new route. And I probably ought to send all the existing trains that touch this route back to some sort of depot or something. All right, I'll do that, and then we'll crack on. Thanks for watching today. Please chuck us a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll be back in the very near future. Cheerio.